All systems go, Captain. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. Look, crazy ain't the great nerdcore rap guy. Got into a duel fate and I just pulled a trap card. Third-rate rappers with a fourth-rate catalog. Destined for the shadow realm, y'all should never act hard. Flow is so insidious that I need an apprentice type. Master with the force, peep the context in my sentence, right? Phantom like the Sithis, just don't ask me what my pen is like. They know that I'm the meanest, who you kidding? Bitch, I'm Dennis Knight. Sweet to drive, hide-headed, rhymes are surely cold. Tested, you can never twist my metal like the jury goes. I ain't never mad when I push it to the max. I got Chris riding with me, bout to turn this bitch to Fury Road. Since animated, I'm the one the crew congratulated. When this will provide protective cover like it's laminated. Damn, I made this 16 like a guillotine. It's fascinating. If you think that you're ahead, you get decapitated. All that aside, I ain't merely here to rap words. I'm here to tell you who representing for the black nerds. And to remind you, neither one of these are bad words. Biggest living mirrors, they just choose to see it backwards. Who be the leaders of discussion when a topic trends? Dissections got the culture under microscopic lens. Who got the type that you can miss it from the start and make you feel like an expert on the subject by the time it ends? Check the stat, Louis, viewership is mad nice. All these other shows don't seem to cut it, that's a bad slice. Off the books with unscripted drills you can't write. No vampires, but these interviews on Anne Rice. Yeah, this is the best part. Rhymes on Mandalorian, Independence made a best score. Starting a war with these stars, you won't get far. This is the way you play a game of life or Death Star. So far removed from the drama, we don't notice harm, but won't hesitate to shed a light like a Patronus charm. With mischief managed, troubles at a disadvantage. Must be something in the water, dip your toe because you know it's warm. Where can you find another show with such a fine cast? And if you try to box them in, they playing Minecraft. And basically to sum it up like you define math, this crew's the best and it figures like a line graph. I'm Mary band like the words I do. Level-headed, you don't have to have absurd IQs. They know you can relate because they're nerds like you. With their help, you'll see the world from a blur's eye view. Yeah. You are now tuned in to Blur's Eye View. And without further ado, we out. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it is your man on the wall, Chris Fury, back with another episode of Blur's Eye View. Thank you for tuning in on IG, YouTube, and Twitch. And if this is your first time here, I hope it will not be a last. So be sure to follow us on all those social platforms, including X. Disappointing. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. You're in for a good treat tonight. We like doing our thing here, and as always, I can't do this without my second in command. She keeps me grounded and level-headed, and keeps the thing going forward. Lady Mandalore, what's going on?
Hello, family. Good evening. How are you all?
Always with the drama, but I
love it. I live for it.
On this eve of you getting ready to go to DreamCon,
I don't have anything packed. I don't have anything packed at all. I'm actually kind of panicking just a little bit because I packed a month in advance for BlurredCon, and I did wash my clothes from BlurredCon. However, it's been another week. I still have not washed the clothes from this week, which are to be packed for DreamCon. So
when do you leave out?
No stress.
Tell me you leave out. Wait, no, you leave out tomorrow.
Thursday morning.
Okay, Thursday. Okay.
But I work until 6.
That's gonna be.
It's gonna be interesting. Nothing left behind, but we'll see if I miss it.
Yeah, don't panic. Our
for what?
Gria of the horrors in the building. Laney from Geek by Heart. What's going on, Laney?
What's up, everybody?
Sister.
Love the fan, sis.
Thank you.
3 for 3. Yeah, yes. Laney, how's it going?
Yeah.
No, I want
It's
to be able
Tuesday.
to tell y'all some stuff. At least
Yeah.
me as a person, but I'm when things settle. Yeah.
Oh, well, let's go for looking up. Because I got some stuff after the show.
I'm putting the chat. So.
Oh my goodness. Our Usopp of the crew, the cinematic assassin, Mayhem Media will be watching us in the building. Is he
What's
clutching
up?
pearls? Is this a clutch pearls moment?
Everybody got secret good news. I'm just out here regular. I had a regular day.
Listen,
But,
that's good too. What you talking about?
but if y'all want to see my new baby,
Hold on, let me put you up
Oh,
top.
I love her so much. It's my spirit animal. She understands.
You are not.
Mayhem is the only one that will go and will find pops in the most peculiar places, and I'm all for it.
Where are you putting that? Where you
In
put
my office,
oh,
right back here.
back here, back
Yep.
there. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. As long as you have a plan,
Hey, Marvel Studios, we need to talk.
please. Please, can we?
I mean,
Look, listen, we cool. Like I know I talk a lot of shit.
And I'll come back.
we literally got 2 crew members in the vicinity that you could have just called me up.
Yo, on some real talk. No, fuck that. Some real shit. I'm fucking insulted. I be going past that goddamn Lincoln Center at least once a goddamn week to go get some shit from up there somewhere. I could have easily slid into some kind of dress some way. I could have showed up in something red and white. Ooh, red and yellow. Those are my 2 colors. But I'm all right. I'm just saying. You could have
One
asked.
day.
It was there.
I'm just saying.
I'm a little train ride away. I'd have been there.
Listen, you and I both.
I would have skipped work to come drive down. I would have done it.
We would have.
I would have quit my job. I would have quit
As long
my
as you would've stayed
job for a
tonight,
day and
and
been
it
like,
wouldn't have been like you would have been going back because you couldn't have done that.
yeah, just go right back. It's okay.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Our Frankie and the crew, our shipwright, Black Spartan.
Hey.
Yeah.
He's thinking
What's
about
up,
that. He's thinking about that strawberry cake that showed us in the chat.
$350.
Speaking of Chopper,
$350 for that cake.
who's 50?
$350 for that small ass piece of cake. How y'all doing?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was confused for a mere moment. But
Given
No,
I have
bad.
never seen this cake, is it a normal size piece of cake or is it
no,
just small?
that cake was
compared to part?
big.
If you're gonna pay $350, you better get a nice hunk. That look like that's small.
No, you are large, sir. You are large. You are large. Let's take into account that you have to
And
turn when you walk through doorways,
You are robust.
sir.
I had to stop myself. Last time I was told I was large, I had a standing ovation afterward. Hey yo,
Is that what we say now? Robust? Is that the word of the day?
That sounds like after dark to me.
Sir.
robust.
Oh, no,
You are robust.
Wait a minute. I gotta change some shit real quick. Hold on. No, that ain't. I didn't know that was what that was up there. Hold on. No, go back to business.
I was gonna say, is
Uh-oh.
everything
Don't
okay?
sound
Leave that one alone.
Hold on. Yeah, no, we have to change that
Robust.
real quick. Hold on. That's my whole. Yeah, no, that's gotta change. Hi.
You good?
Nobody. Nothing happened. Nothing.
Nothing to see
Okay,
here.
sure. We'll go with that.
What we normally do. It's what we normally do. We have a special guest in the building. We probably kept her in stitches.
We're funny. Ooh, wait. Speaking of Disney.
Wait, hold on. Let me get it. Our special guest has been a little bit of everywhere. She's an actress and an author. and she's here to talk about some of her work, including an upcoming book that is very near and dear to our hearts about Empire Strikes Back. Brittany and Will Williams is in the building. What's going on, Brittany?
What's good, y'all?
Get you front and center here. I'm gonna give you this because it's been a while. There's some connections. Oh, she's fitting right in. Okay, yeah, she's fitting right in. She's fitting right in. I'm gonna give you this action real quick because why not? Takes a minute, but I'll get it together.
That is definitely something that Lady Bam will do.
Oh yeah, she's fitting in real nice. This is gonna be fun. Brittany, how's it going?
It's good. It's good. Who got that fired? Whose smoke detector batteries need to be changed? Who?
Lady.
Black people. Black people.
Out the gate. Out the gate.
Black people affectionate.
Yes.
That's
What do you say?
my
You
people.
know, black
Honestly,
people.
I tell you, I don't hear. I don't even hear anymore.
Beloved, but beloved, everybody else. Think of everybody else.
I know y'all do.
You know what? I wouldn't notice it anymore either. So we found out the hard way that sound, that chirp, makes one of our dogs absolutely panic, as if she's hearing fireworks. And we found out because all of our smoke detector batteries died when we lost power during Hurricane Ida. So we came home to that chirping and a dog who tried to just like yeet herself into the abyss. So now she stands up to me now. I know. She's okay now though. She's all right.
Little
Some
Traz
dogs.
don't do everybody right.
Dogs eating themselves into oblivion and oh yeah.
Right.
Like, call Jay, tell him to get up there, grab a chair.
No,
At
I'm
least-
on maintenance because it was working fine until maintenance wanted to come up and do an inspection, and then all of a sudden the shit wasn't working.
Oh well.
So now that I'm home and working from home for another 2 weeks, I can call maintenance if I remember. Like I said, I ain't going to hold you. I know, right? No, somewhere Houseborn is already saying what she just said. Because he's the one. If anyone is
He's in the chat. He's gonna be in the private chat.
Not in the group chat.
He's gonna be fury. I'm like, look, it's not me. It's not even mine.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna say one more thing. This is the third time I haven't said shit. I haven't said shit in months. I'm gonna just say this the third time. It ain't been nobody on the staff. I'm just saying.
We got people. We got people
you.
watching.
We got people watching. Not in the house. We in the house. Don't do that in here.
It's the fact. Before we get into the interview, it's the fact that Brittany had this look on her face. Where is it coming from?
It was not. It was not.
I panicked because I thought it might have been me, and I was like, I'm gonna have to jump off the call, y'all. Damn. So I'm just glad it's not me.
So, Brittany, let's talk about. You have some connections here.
Yes.
You know, I light flex, as Mayhem would say. But you have been around some projects.
Yeah.
So I don't know where to start. I don't. Acting, writing, you're in fandoms all over. Look, let's start with the acting.
Okay, that's a good place to start.
Let's start with that. Let's start there. Queen Sugar.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh wait.
No, listen, don't. So it was a very small. I had a small part on Queen Sugar.
Oh no.
I had a larger part on
Leverage.
Leverage Redemption. I had a small part on Parish.
Yep. I recognized you on Parish. I actually recognized you on Queen Sugar and on Leverage Redemption. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, I know.
Queen Sugar was hard because I was
Leverage
wearing a mask. So it was also fun to do that because I was 3 months pregnant when I filmed that.
Oh,
Hey, Tosh.
You climb this ladder? I was like, sure, I guess.
You a beast for that one. I'm gonna give you that.
It's not. Listen, it's not the I. So I was a principal vocalist at Hong Kong Disneyland, and I was in their Lion King show. And at the end of the show, I played Nala and Simba. We had to climb this like 15-foot float. No. And like stand beside the Simba puppet as it rode across the stage and like locked into the turntable, and then we would sing our mega mix from like up on top of Pride Rock. And I remember when they asked me, when they offered me the job, they were like, "You're not afraid of heights, are you?" And I was like, "Of course not." And I absolutely the fuck am.
But you said the right thing.
Yeah. So I got used to it after a while, and I like, we did the show. The show ran 4 times a day, 7 days a week. We did about 10 shows a week, split between like 3 of us. And like by 6 months into my contract, I was like ready. And I just remember my friend and I, we would race each other up Pride Rock until one day, racing up Pride Rock, I get to the top, I see his head pop up and then disappear. My heart stopped. His costume got caught in one of the pieces and he almost fell. And we never raced again. Never raced again.
You're damn right. You're damn right.
That man saw the Shadowlands before he saw Pride Rock.
Listen, my God. And the floor was concrete. So I'm like, this is not how I don't want nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
I was
there when it happened. Nope. Don't want to be that person.
You said never again. Never again.
Never no more.
So
that was
she already light flexed because she named 3 shows that I've seen something already. And when I seen I'm like, Leverage. Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, Leverage Redemption.
Yep.
Leverage. Aldous Hodge, Leverage. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I was in the scene with Noah Wiley, who's really nice.
I've heard stories that he is a very nice gentleman.
Yeah.
Wait,
I love them from ER.
Yeah.
Me too. I was
the librarians.
I was gonna say I like it. I love it from the librarians.
Nerd.
It's the heart of librarians. In my opinion. I can't believe this show's been off the air for almost 20 years. I can't believe that. I was like,
The
that's
librarians for 20 years?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
No way.
No way.
The movie.
I would
The
say
movie.
maybe.
the movie.
The movie, yeah.
Oh,
Not
the 15. Oh, yeah, the movie, but not the show.
not the
Like
show.
the show came on after they
Can't do that
canceled
now.
Leverage the first time.
Yeah.
And that hasn't been 20 years.
No, they're actually doing a.
Came out in 2004.
They're actually doing a. It's not a reboot. They're restarting the show.
Okay.
It's not a reboot.
Yeah.
It's not a reboot. They're continuing the show, which they shouldn't have canceled it. Like they shouldn't have canceled Warehouse 13, but that's another story.
We could go down the list. I'm still eternally mad for us not getting the ending of the Pirates of Dark Water.
Oh,
You'll never get that.
I know.
That'll be forever the question mark.
Like, oh God, I will never forget. I will never forgive. No.
Wow.
You speak
Oh,
to
me.
my soul.
I think about that way too often. I think about that all the time.
Why did
well,
you do that?
she thinks about Pirates of Darkwater like I think about Firefly.
No.
Yeah.
No, Pirates of Dark
I
Water.
mean, at least Firefly got the movie. Like,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't count.
I have completely.
we ain't even
forgotten
find.
about
Red
Pirates of
didn't even find. He didn't even finish his quest. We ain't even get all the MacGuffins. Hanna Barbera.
She's calling y'all out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you've sang in Hong Kong Disney. You've been in these amazing franchises, and now you're writing amazing books that Lady Mandalore has actually read one of.
I like it.
Let's
like it a
talk
lot.
about
Yeah, that one.
the self-same metal. What is this book about? Because anytime it's us on the cover of something, I got to know.
No, I got you. So that self-same metal follows 16-year-old Joan Sands. She has the magical ability to manipulate metal that was granted to her by the Orisha Ogun. And she only wants to use those powers to build swords and choreograph fights for William Shakespeare's acting company. But when malevolent Fae invade London, she finds that iron magic makes her one of the only people who can keep the city safe. So, yeah.
You know you won me at?
Where?
Orisha Ogun. I was just like, I'm already in. I was signed up already.
So like Joan's whole family is a part of this like secret community in London of Black people who venerate the Orisha, and because of that, they all have magic based on their like the Orisha who's chosen them. So Joan's mother is a child of Elegua, and so she can make doorways between places. Her brother's an Oya, and he's an actor with Shakespeare's acting company. But that also like makes him an incredible actor because Oya is the Orisha of the Mask. Let me think what else. We meet someone who's an Oshun, so they can control the river. Yeah, and so we only meet a few Orisha folks in book 1, like mainly Joan's family. And then in book 2, we meet a couple more folks. And then in book 3, we're gonna meet a whole lot of the Orisha community because it's the big finale.
So yeah, Tashi J over at Midnight Comics says more sold. Shut up and take my money.
Look, book 2 is already out, baby. So
when did that one come out? Because I've been looking.
See, okay, this came out on April 23rd, Shakespeare Day. So yeah,
Actually,
that
I'm hitting up the Barnes and Nobles tomorrow.
So yeah, that one's out. And it's out in that self-same metal is out in hardcover, paperback, ebook, and audiobook. Saint Seducing Gold, which is the second book, is out in hardcover, ebook, and audiobook. And Patricia Allison, who played Olu on Sex Education on Netflix, actually does the narration for the audiobook. Yeah, she's really good. She's really good.
For the second book or
for both books. She does both audiobooks.
Oh, look at me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. I can't put sorry, my bad. Yay.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Speak
No,
your piece.
I thought I didn't. I do not know why, but for some reason I could not pick up her voice, and I'm really good at it. Maybe it's because I wasn't paying attention. I thought what I thought, and I'm going to keep it to myself. But I love the way that she reads. The character comes through her voice. It draws you in.
How did you come up with the idea? The whole thing of the Orisha and Shakespeare. I got it. How did that come about?
So I have been a Shakespeare nerd since elementary school. When I used to watch Shakespeare the Animated Tales on Saturday mornings on HBO.
Yo.
Wow. That was my jam. 7 a.m.
I didn't even know that happened. Wow.
7 a.m. every Saturday on HBO. I was in there. I was locked in. So cut to later in life, I started finding out more about the Orisha, and I learned about Ogun specifically, and how he was the Orisha of iron and war and technology. And that made me wonder, like, what if a Black person living in England, because they came from West Africa and kind of brought this Orisha and these powers along with them, what if that made them especially equipped to handle like a European threat? So it's like because of where this Black person came from, they are better equipped than the people who are here to kind of handle this thing. And it was like the Fae are vulnerable to iron. So someone who's given iron magic by Ogun is really going to be like giving it to the Fae. And if I was going to write about the Fae, I was going to have to reference A Midsummer Night's Dream. And if I was referencing A Midsummer Night's Dream, I wanted to have a battle happen during a performance of it. And if I was going to have a battle happen during a performance of it, I might as well have William Shakespeare be in the performance. So then, everything else kind of fell out.
Nice.
So fire.
It is a good
God.
book. It is such a good book. It is such a good book.
You know what? I needed this type of happiness, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm catching up on my pull list, and I told the crew, I'm like, I just read X-Men 35, which is like X-Men Annual 700. And it's the end of the first Krakoan age. And when I seen Storm cry and Nightcrawler tear up, and then I seen Cyclops tear up, I'm like, we can't have shit. I swear to God. Leave these mutants alone. Leave black folks alone. Leave them mind their business. No. I love the concept. I do. This is such an amazing concept because what I'm seeing now from our people. And shout out to Ladarian Williams. He's a prime example of this, of exploring magic and roots, and just our magical roots, or what the society would know as black magic, which, we can take that like we took night skins and flip it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's not a derogatory term when we take it, but when you see these types of stories, and this is what we've been looking for, especially over at Blurred Station, when we have these types of stories that's reaching into sci-fi and speculative fiction and fantasy, and this emergence of Black Fae is by far an amazing thing. And when we see written works, because I'm seeing more Black authors being seen finally, just like
it's
we need more stories like that. So the fact that you were a Shakespeare nerd in elementary, I was introduced to Shakespeare in high school.
Now I was all in elementary school, so all in, like, loved it, like yeah.
Shout out to your English teacher to make an elementary.
No,
Right.
it was all me. No, it wasn't my English teacher. It was straight up just me.
Bro,
Oh.
shout out to you, girl, because
I was introduced to like Anansi the Spider in elementary, and that was on my own.
But so in that like 1 hour block, the first half hour was Shakespeare the Animated Tales, and the second half hour was Happily Ever After, Fairy Tales for Every Child. So that's like
I remember that.
That's these books in a block.
That was their block. Look.
So, and also like, in the 90s we had that incredible Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet. So and we got the greatest Mercutio ever played by a Black actor. So I was set up. I was primed for it. So
it's amazing.
Yeah, and there's like all these little like nerdy Shakespeare tidbits in there. So the main character, Joan, is a twin, and she and her twin brother look enough alike that they can switch places, which is a nod to the play 12th Night, where it's like twins who are mistaken for each other.
I know this.
And their birthday is also January 6th, which is 12th Night. I wrote it before that, and I was like, you know what? Fuck y'all, I'm keeping it.
I love it.
Yeah, I named her Joan after Joan of Arc, because I'm like, she gonna be a problem for the English. So there we go.
Burn it down. Sorry.
There's also, of course, like there's a Oberon character, a Titania character, a Puck character in here, but they are very different from their play counterparts. Joan's parents are alive and active and good parents. It's really hard to write parents who are alive and active in young adult and like children's literature, because they won't let the kids get into mess. Like you're right. No, you're right.
You're not
gonna let your kids get into mess. So that's why it's easiest to be like, their parents died tragically very early. Ain't no adults around here.
Somewhere Bruce Wayne is saying, "See, it works."
Right.
Jeez.
So I was like, yeah, this is great, until like now I'm editing book 3 and I'm like, yeah, this is why people kill all the responsible adults. Yep.
Keep
got to
Harry
get out
Potter
the
and Hermione and Ron out of trouble.
Yeah. So,
Stay out of trouble.
and there's a lot of like actual historical figures. The Jones brother is based on a real person who was an apprentice with William Shakespeare's acting company at the time. So is like one of her love interests. Nick Tooley was also an actor with William Shakespeare's acting company. William Shakespeare is a character here. Richard Burbage, who was like the greatest actor of the time, he's in here. You see more of King James I in book 2. Yeah, because we spend book 2 at the royal court. Because I was like, I'm gonna take all of the life skills Joan learns in book 1 and like all of the like her fighting, leveling up, and everything. I'm gonna take all of that and I'm gonna put her in a situation where none of that helps her. So she's at the royal court in book 2, and my girl be struggling.
That tomboy in the dress thing is rough.
It's something about black people in England that always turn up. I don't know what it is.
We want to give it back to the colonizers. That's why.
I'm a damn brain.
I was gonna say doggone Bridgerton.
So
I'm saying it's black people in England. We turn up. I don't know why. I love it. I love every minute of it. Lady Mandalore, question.
How you just gonna flip it like that? Just get ease into something, man. Damn.
Into it.
I'm sorry. I was about to repeat a Nikki word, and I stopped myself just now.
Amazing.
Wow. I am stuck currently, but there was something about Othello that I wanted to say or ask or point out in your book, and now it's gone.
Yeah. I could start yapping and see if it pops back up.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry.
It's all right. You good. So in the book, Joan, they are asked to perform the play Othello for Queen Anne. So Joan goes with the actors because she helps to like polish up all of their fights before they actually perform. But she gets asked to come sit with the queen and her ladies. And any black woman, especially, who has been in a white space where white people held all the power and were able to kind of treat you however they wanted to treat you, and you had to just be quiet for your own safety. That scene will feel very familiar.
You don't say.
But it was so in true history, Queen Anne she was like a patron of the arts and everything, Queen Anne of Denmark. And she and her ladies participated in this big court spectacular called The Mask of Blackness, written by Ben Jonson, one of Shakespeare's contemporaries. And basically the story was Neptune's daughters wanted to figure out a way to become beautiful again by washing the blackness off of their skin so they could become fair. So it was done in blackface, of course. And so I'm like, what? A person who's doing a play like that for funsies, what would they do if they really met a black person? And yeah, so there you had that. There's also this really famous portrait of her where she's all decked out, but then there's like a groom, like a black man tending to her horse in like the background, and the horse is painted with more like brightness and detail than the black man in the background. So yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Nowadays folks don't wash their legs. You're right.
Yep. No. Well, back then
the whole thing unwashed.
I've read stories.
Listen,
I was like, you wonder why the Black Plague was running around.
No, for real,
sir.
They found out that like that's part of where anti-Semitism came from, because a lot of Jewish communities would wash more, so the plague would skip them because they were bathing, and then the rest of the people would get mad.
You are a hell of a history buff when it comes to things in England and Shakespearean time. I love this Victorian and Shakespearean times. I bet you can wax poetic about this.
Oh yes, I mean clearly I wrote a whole trilogy set in 1605, just like October 31st, 1605 through to 1606.
Just hearing you talk about the history and then equating it to your books and putting it in your books and actual historical figures, I can't think of anything other than Lovecraft Country that does something like that. That isn't afraid to put those historical figures in your face enough to say, oh, that's interesting. Let me go find out about such and such. And read it. And I see, I don't care what they say to this day. They can't say it to my face now, and they won't. Reading comics and anything in fiction always has truth in it.
Yup.
Every single time. And it amazes me that people even now can't seem to figure this out. I'm just saying. Tune in to Get Big Podcast and how did we get here? How the frack did we get here later this week?
My question is, how did you? Was it intentional for you to sprinkle the three? I want to call them witches, but they weren't. They kind of weren't witches. The vampire chicks that ate dude in the alleyway.
Oh,
was that to mimic the beginning, like the actions in Othello, like with the three witches?
No, so you get the three witches in Mackers. In Othello, it's only one hating ass bitch who orchestrates the whole thing. Iago's hating ass. And you could tell he's like a pure hater, because at the end where they're like, why did you do this? He's like, I'm not going to tell you. I'm thinking of the wrong in the Scottish play, there are the three witches.
Okay.
That interlude wasn't fully inspired by that. I wanted to show how real the situation was, like how dangerous the Fae were that we were playing around with, because a lot of times Fae books will have like, oh, they're just so handsome and pretty and sexy and like, ooh,
they're like
airy. No. Right? He has pointed ears and a tail, but it's okay. He only uses his tail in sexy ways. I wanted to show that, like, no, this is a threat. Like these like with the interludes, I wanted to show these Fae are a threat. So yeah, the guy who gets eaten alive by the prostitutes that are
prostitutes. Fairy tales.
That's I feel like that, like, and it happens early on,
dude. So I was locked in when I started the book, but then that happened. I was like, oh wait, there's more.
Listen, these people be going through it. And also, like, so Joan her father is a goldsmith. Like, Joan has money. She comes from money. That's why she can kind of just like gallivant around London and just be like, I'm teaching fights at William Shakespeare's acting company. Like, that's why she can do that. But that leaves a whole swath of people who she's never going to encounter, or like she only exists on her periphery. So with the interludes, I wanted to show what's going on with the other people of London, specifically with people who are less wealthy than Joan, because in any disaster, those are the people who start feeling the crunch. They start feeling shit first. Like it hits them first. And I just didn't want those stories to be left out, even though she doesn't see them firsthand.
If you have not seen the latest episode of Game of Thrones, here's your sign.
Still messed up.
It's called DoorDash.
Which one? Which part?
So people be, this is okay. So this is a gory book. This is a gory series. People die in bad ways.
Yeah.
Joan does not pull her punches. She is hands first, questions later.
Quite.
Oh, I like this.
That sounds like Kira.
I like this.
Baby, I've been trying to tell y'all to read this woman's book. I've been trying to tell y'all. I've been pointing at shit. Pardon me. Like, no, please do it. Everybody out there in America or no, internationally, read her book. It's a good time.
Me too.
I promise you won't be too
'Cause
offended.
I'm
if you
gonna
are.
be at
And
work
if you
listening to it on Spotify. I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah,
before I
you
go
can.
by.
It's part of your. You can listen to it as part of your 15 hours a month. So, right. Look, they published my audiobook, so I can shill for them a little bit. They did in fact pay me.
Man. Mayhem.
yeah,
You got it. No, go ahead.
And
Go
in
ahead.
book 2, the Fae are more dangerous. They're stronger. Joan is also stronger. But yeah, she has different challenges. And then we escalating it again for the finale for book 3, which should be out next year.
I love the fact that she's like, punch first, ask questions later. Yes, sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
But you see how that could be a problem when you're in the royal court.
I mean, like what how Chappelle said, even if he didn't, I mean,
No.
But I understand.
I understand.
I mean, yeah. And I'll say the other thing that kind of complicates Joan's life at court is that King James I was a notorious witch hunter. Like he loved nothing more than like sniffing out witches and burning them at the stake. Like that was he wrote an entire book about witches and witchcraft and how to spot demons called The Demonology. He's also responsible for the King James translation of the Bible. He was a chaotic bisexual. Always had a cute little young man.
Oh yeah,
beside him.
Wait,
like,
where was I? What
he was
happened?
the Liberace of the Liberace of the dark times.
Oh, I'd
So
like
he
to
was
learn more.
he was conflicted all the way around.
oh no, he was not conflicted.
I'm not surprised.
He was good. He was like, I'm good with this.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Man,
Love you, I can kill you. Which one you want?
Oh no.
I don't so much have a question right up front. I just want to speak to Safari real quick and just say, ooh, see, I got a famous friend too. On the show. And to my almost over 2 decades of friendship still going. This is
middle
my
school
copy of Numero Uno book. I'm not allowed to read it yet because in my household, things got to get, if they're going to get signed, you can't actually read it. So when you put your signature in here, I'm gonna just go ahead and get another copy, and that's the reading copy.
Okay.
Book 2, we've had this discussion. I need those sprayed edges and a hard cover, so whenever that magically appears, like
I would love sprayed. Only the UK paperback got sprayed edges, and that's because someone who does sprayed edges really loved the book and was like, I got you, girl.
Wait, como sprayed edges, qual?
Let me get it.
Sprayed.
She said it's part Spanish, part English. But you get what I'm saying.
That wasn't even
barbershop when you edit.
That's Spanglish.
The sprayed
So
edges.
okay, so this is the UK paperback edition,
cover
and
is so
it
sexy.
has these fancy.
No, why are we left to just rot? Why don't you love us?
This isn't on me. It's not on me. I would have sprayed edges everywhere if I could, but you know what y'all do get though? Y'all, we get these fancy, we got these fancy little things, these fancy edges on here like this. We got,
that ain't the same.
I know. We got maps.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
We got sword details.
All right.
This is. I gotta ask before I go to Spartan. You have this so well thought out.
Story horror. She's talking to me. She's talking to me.
I need a series now.
It is. It's a wait. I need a TV series though.
That's what I'm talking about.
I need a TV series. What you mean? Don't shake your head. What's that?
I need
I want one too. I want it.
I'm not saying we know people, but we know some people.
Well, have your people call my people, because my people is ready to sell this. So, and they ain't even got to rebuild the globe. It's already one in London.
Wait, hold that thought on
Kevin,
that part.
Kevin, if you're listening, I'll be contacting you sometime tomorrow. Or dropping the email tonight.
It's a trilogy with lots of black people.
Wait. Before Spartan, I had more. For those that don't know, Brittany's awesome for a bunch of other reasons that have yet to be listed. Sailor Moon, my daughter is in love with. And I want this person on the screen here, ladies and gentlemen, introduced me to Sailor Moon. I thought it was just fluffy girl stuff that couldn't compete with Dragon Ball Z. But this person here got me hip. So she's been doing the Lord's work for a long time now. And in case you want to run up and get done up, Bloody Roar, she has all day, every day, she'll body bag you. So like, don't act crazy. Also, another amazing product of Baltimore City. So don't play with us. And
hey, Baltimore. Yes, Baltimore, Maryland.
And things worked out the way they were supposed to. But Baltimore City School of the Arts, y'all messed up. Y'all let one slip.
Mm-hmm.
But bigger and better. Here she is in all her glory.
Oh, thank you. It's all right. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know on that one, on that note, since it was I'm just saying.
Spartan. What do you follow with that? I can't follow with that outside of. Okay.
You probably should have let me go last. My bad. I was always just going to big up my friend, but
look, this happens in the sign off, and Mayhem always throws Spartan off. It's nothing new.
No, it's actually yes, Gary. It's UK. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't really figure out the transcurrency in between.
Oh no, it's gonna stay right over there.
I can only find it. That's all
I would take a flight. I'll take a flight to pick up the book before I have it shipped. That is the way that I feel.
All I do is find things. I can't help with the price or the currency exchange rate. Anyway, Brittany,
appreciated.
Shakespeare. So I guess we could go with that. What because I dabble in Shakespeare as well, but you're probably more well versed than I am. So I'm just gonna just start with a simple question. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite play?
Richard III.
Well, damn.
I'll tell you. Okay. I got you. Richard III is my favorite play because Richard is such a bombastic villain. Mm-hmm. And he is constantly narrating all of the evil things he's going to do to the point where it kind of gets you on his side a little bit. He is able to seduce the widow of a man he killed over the body of her father-in-law, who he also killed. Mm-hmm. Even though once he shows up, the body starts bleeding anew. And he's still able to pull this lady. So it's so good. And I saw a production of it by this British acting company called Propeller. It was an all-male company, and they did it as if it was in a slaughterhouse. Mm-hmm. And I was on the edge of my seat, like this wasn't a 400-plus-year-old play. It was so good, and it stuck with me from there. So yeah, it's so good. It's
nice.
Yeah. And there's a scene between these two murderers who are showing up to kill somebody, and it's one of the funniest scenes in Shakespeare. I think it's hilarious.
Nice.
Wow.
No, that's what I'm going with, because I was just curious, because I know for me it's all's well that ends well. That's only because I'm a little twisted. So
man, that's a wild one to go with. Poor Helena, she ain't deserve all that.
I mean,
she was just trying to get booed up. That's all. She ain't deserve to be treated like that. Come on now.
the decisions we make kind of led us to that situation, but I leave it at that.
Shakespeare just did not like Helena's or Antonio's.
Fair.
Or Othello's.
Listen. He
He
improved Othello from the source material, from like the original Italian story.
Yeah.
Because in that one, Iago and Othello beat Desdemona to death. So that was, just when you thought it couldn't get worse.
Wow. Like, we can't have them do this and beat her. We got to change something.
So, and Othello has some of the most beautiful lines in all of Shakespeare. He has some of the most beautiful lines. So,
you know so much about Shakespeare. You've been to Hong Kong? Have you been to England?
Yeah, yes, I did. I went to grad school in London. I went to the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama, and I studied classical acting, which was, the ancient Greek plays and Shakespeare, basically all the way up to World War I is where like we stopped covering stuff. So,
Man,
get this woman a TARDIS, and let's go.
That's facts.
Who are you?
I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd with a spicy brain who hyperfixates on very specific things.
Oh, so you're like us. Okay. Yeah, you're just like us.
But successful, I feel. But more successful.
My goodness.
I'm happy where I'm at. But
Writing some books. I'm just writing some books and doing some plays. That's all I want to do in life. Just write my little books and do my little plays. Be in some TV shows.
We're gonna get your books on the screen. That's what we're gonna do.
I hope so. I'm hoping so. It's hard out here. Because it's been hard out here on the acting tip with like at post strikes and stuff. So it's even harder for like getting new stuff made, and they just keep making the same stuff over and over again. They just keep rebooting stuff.
And that's why at Blurred Station we don't do that. That right there.
I want to curse, but I won't. I'm gonna be quiet.
Curse.
Griot or horror? What you got?
I think that you just did a perfect job of pivoting to my question. Before I do that, though, I just want to say what you are interested in to me is like you represent what we think we should all be about, but what we think that Black unicorns are. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, yo, you are what I would want my kids to know. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to have that kind of love for Shakespeare, because I'm going to be quite honest, Shakespeare is not my thing. But if I can read your books and get into it, I'm all for it. But with that being said, like I said, Chris teed me up for a great question. So let's say that we can Blur Station's like, yo, we want your stuff on our network. Fan cast your 4 main characters. So
here's the thing. Here's the thing, because Joan and her brother are 16. I don't want to do the like, she's 30, but her face like, black and white, so she's gonna play 16. So
no Bianca Lawson? No Bianca Lawson at all?
No. But every time I think about it, I'm like, okay, I would rather cast like newbies for the kids in the movie. But for the adults though, I imagine Freema, who played Martha Jones in in Doctor Who, I imagine her as playing Joan's mother.
She's one of my favorites.
And especially because like totally inspired by the Shakespeare Code episode of Doctor Who when they go back and meet William Shakespeare. So I would want her to be Joan's mother. Adrian Lester, who's this incredible Black British Shakespearean actor, I would want him to be Joan's father. I want Tom Hardy to play Richard Burbage.
Oh boy. No. Why? I can see that.
I love Tom Hardy. I don't even know who Richard Burbage is, but I love Tom Hardy. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still figuring out like the finer details of like who's playing who. I would want to play Titania because I'm like, she's fake. She doesn't have to have a British accent.
I mean, yeah. Why wouldn't you put yourself in your own? I mean,
so I'm like, that could be me, guys. Yeah, that's about as far as I've gotten with fan casting. But I would love to give like some up and coming Black actors and South Asian actors a chance to play the kids in the movie. I think that would be, or in the TV show, I think that would be amazing. So I don't have anybody in mind for those roles because I would rather find actual teenagers,
for some fresh blood.
I was gonna say Marseille Martin, but she's 19 now.
She 21.
Yeah.
No, she's grown. She is fully grown.
She's grown. She's
that's a grown woman.
It's just weird that I seen a picture of her, and I can't think of the kid that played her twin brother on Blackish, but I see him like, this man's got a whole mustache. Hold on. Where did this time go?
Yep.
But remember, these are British people, so they got to have a good British accent if they're going to be American actors. And it's harder for Americans to do British accents because we talk with more of our mouths than it is for Brits to do American accents. So
I've often said that British actors are very versatile, that you don't even know that they're British.
Pretty much.
Yeah, some of them. But some of them.
She's like,
Orlando Bloom.
I know.
And let's be real, Benedict Cumberbatch, his American accent is terrible.
I think he stopped trying a long time ago. He stopped trying to go.
It is horrible.
My man can't even say penguins. I'm just saying.
We could say that because his family owned enslaved people. So
I mean, he was shocked when he found out, but hey,
right?
Was he?
No, that part. Was he really?
He was shocked until he thought about it.
Where do you think that money came from, Benedict? Where do you think that money came from?
He said,
behind every great fortune is a great crime.
I would say like Andrew Lincoln was a shock from Walking Dead. Like you heard him talk with this Southern accent for so long that when they actually did like a behind the scenes interview and he had this whole British accent, me and my wife looked at each other like, what the hell?
Fuck?
You have a stroke?
You weren't the only one.
What's wrong with him?
I'm looking at the Nike era. I'm like, is there something you want to tell me?
You better not. You better not do that here.
Go ahead.
Steve Toussaint as the uncle.
You're right. Yeah, very good.
I just like him a lot.
Yeah.
Not just because he's Corliss, but it's also because he's Corliss.
It's also because he's Corliss.
And we get more of Baba Ben in book 2.
Yay!
Yeah. He gets got in. They arrest him in the first chapter, and our poor man. Poor.
Okay.
So you are also involved with another series.
Yes. Oh, there's my name down there. There's my name's down there.
Not down there.
Yay!
No, because there's 40 of us and it's in alphabetical order.
Yes.
So
at the bottom of the list if they go by last name, or at the top of the list if they go by first name.
So 40 stories of the Empire Strikes Back from a different point of view. This I like. Because what we've been seeing lately, as adults, of course, is a different side of the Force and a different side of the quote unquote dark side. Is this something that we're going to get out of this book?
Well, so this is the second in their like from a certain point of view series. They did one for the 40th anniversary of A New Hope, 40th anniversary of Empire, and 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. And basically the stipulation is you can write a story from any character's point of view. It just can't be one of the main characters. So you get a lot of different perspectives. And what I really love about the Empire Strikes Back anthology is that you have such like they found this group of authors who just galaxy brained our way through the cast of Empire. So like Tracy Dion wrote a story from the perspective of the like cave on Dagobah that Luke goes into to like the Force cave.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Someone does a story from the point of view of the that like asteroid worm that tries to eat the Millennium Falcon. I do my story from the point of view of the Millennium Falcon. And because in Solo,
is it anything like I am so sick of making these runs? I just need
a little bit. Well,
is it anything like the Supernatural episode?
Well, in Solo, we saw that they upload the droid L337 to the computer of the Millennium Falcon, and so like she's basically the one running the Millennium Falcon. So it's just a conversation between her and the other two droid brains as they are trying to like make things happen, but you just a computer in a spaceship, so you doing your best, y'all doing your best. And it was really fun. And
that Kessel story is gonna it drives her crazy just a little bit. Now you know you lying. Now you know you lying.
Now, sir, you know I did that. So it was just really fun. And the other thing I really liked about this anthology is that I got to my husband also has a story in it. So yeah, so that was very fun and nice to have both of our names be in the table of contents of the same book.
That is awesome.
Name drop. Name drop, please.
Yes, my husband is Daniel Jose Older. He wrote the series, the YA series, the Shadow Shaper Cipher. So Shadow Shaper, what is it? Shadow House Fall and Shadow Shaper Legacy. He has another middle grade series called Dactyl Hill Squad, which is Black kids riding dinosaurs during the Civil War.
Okay, wait, hold on. Slow that down. Say that one more time so I can write it in my phone real quick.
Yes.
Hold on.
Dactyl Hill Squad. Right now he is one of the like main story architects for the High Republic with Star Wars.
What?
So
what?
So there's the High Republic. So the Acolyte is set towards the end of the High Republic era of Star Wars. The High Republic is about 200 and something years before the Phantom Menace, and it's like the high point of the Jedi. It's like the era that Obi-Wan is talking about, where he's like, there were once like thousands and thousands of Jedi. Like this is this era, and so Daniel, he is doing the all ages comic run of the High Republic Adventures. He also wrote Midnight Horizon and a couple other of the books in the like series. So, and he also wrote the like solo tie-in novel Last Shot, which was the Han and Lando novel.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I did not know that I was talking to royalty like this. I apologize profusely. I believe I have cursed at one point or another during this esteemed program in front of you. I am so sorry.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm so sorry.
Esteemed program.
I am bereft.
All I know is that you're gonna get cursed out later.
Don't do that.
Why are you cursed out?
No, man.
Guys, you ain't tell us.
Sister friend.
I feel like I mentioned this.
That is Will's humble flex as usual. Like, oh,
I don't. We don't hide it. We don't hide that we're married. We are very public. I just posted our anniversary thing.
Oh no, Brittany, you're good. We're talking about Will. You're good.
Wow.
I'm very
to be clear.
Since sir, I'm going to talk to after the show.
Since you're here, it's in the comments. I've claimed Daniel as friend-in-law, so don't.
Friend-in-law. What kind
dibs.
of
I call dibs, just so we're clear.
You can have them, but just share is all I'm saying. I'm just saying. Let somebody know. You didn't
We are a 2-writer household.
Yes, ma'am. And nepotism for the win. I don't care.
Right.
Get that baby involved. Everybody's in on it.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wait, speaking of which, speaking of which,
here goes Mr. Humble
all love in my heart. How is the baby?
He's good. He is full on about to be 3, so he is a whole little man with all of these with a lot of opinions about everything. And he is absolutely hilarious. He loves to travel, knows a lot of famous authors and doesn't care at all.
I love that he knows that, and this is normal for him.
Yes, he's like, okay.
It's a sense of normality.
I know. I'm like, I want to make my child a nepo baby. Like, I want to do that. Please, that is my dream.
No, you know what? At this point,
person.
It's the only way. I mean,
if he gets your child a leg up, why not?
It is my dream to make my child a nepo baby. So I am working on that. We're gonna be famous together, boo. We're gonna be famous together.
Amen.
No, but yeah, he's great. He's really great. It is parenting is hard on its own. Parenting and working and writing and all of the stuff that comes with publishing is also, its own difficulty. Mm-hmm. But he is a really wonderful, imaginative, creative little guy, and I am very proud to be his mom.
How old is he?
He's almost 3.
Oh yeah. If he's there now,
he gonna be something else when he's 5.
Oh, listen.
Only supposed to get like half of your parents' genetics. If your half is already astronomically creative and his half is astronomically creative, he gonna be doing laps on y'all. Good Lord.
So low-key, so Daniel is also a musician. He used to have a band. He's been a composer. Like he draws. Like it's wild up in this house. It's wild up in here. It's wild.
She has another one. She's gonna be like, and what are you going to be doing?
Right. No, our joke is that he's gonna be an engineer or something like that.
Stop it.
He's gonna be like,
the arts. What are we doing?
Not the bride. What?
That's not bad. That brings in buku money, and then also he might be an engineer that's going to create a kind of palace that goes with your books. Okay.
Listen, I wanted to be an engineer a little bit. I wanted to be either a mechanical or electrical engineer, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna study musical theater. So here we are.
But look, and it's got you places.
Right. Got the places.
Oh my God, Brittany, we're gonna take a break. Can you stick around with us while we talk about the news?
We got some nerd shit coming up.
Okay.
You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. We will be right back with Brittany and Williams and the rest of the crew. We're gonna be talking about whatever the hell we want. You know how we do. We'll be right back. Have some fun. Go get your popcorn. Do something, but just make sure you come on back.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's a very special mail time brought to you by homie and friend of the show, Ozzy Oz the Virus. Y'all know me and Ozzy got a friendship that predates a pandemic and both of us growing out our hair. So let's open it up and see what we got. So these are items from their brand new trading card line. Y'all see we got the Swordsman, aka the Get It Back in Blood crew, and then a personal one of the man himself. And each card does come with a wooden kickstand as well as a certificate of authenticity. And then it looks like we got some stickers, credit card skin, as well as some mini posters, this one with the name of the website on it. And now for the biggest surprise of the bunch, Blurred's Eyeview, Station, and BNN are proud to be the platform to present to you an official collaboration between Virus Graphics and RDC World. Captain, if you could be so kind. What I hold here is the official RDC World 1 LSD collection trading card. And it does come in a gold and silver variant. Talk to the man in charge and there's only 10,000 each. And the fact that me and Celestial CJ both have one means there's now one less of both. Now if you want your own, you gotta go to lsdcollections.com, hit the trading card tab, and copy yours while you still can. Again, big shout out to Ozzy and RDC. Appreciate y'all boys sending this over. If I get out the Prince of All Saiyans, help me with this next announcement.
Hey, want to see something cool?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so Order. Thank you. Yes, so the Blurred's Eyeview crew for a second year in a row has officially been approved for press at DreamCon, which means July 26th through 28th you can catch us in the Austin Convention Center. We'll be catching up with friends, catching up with our mutuals, hanging out with some of our favorite creators, going to press events, going to tournaments, getting to see some premieres, going to panels, going to see Deadpool and Wolverine because that drops the same weekend, as well as just seeing some of our favorites, giving them their flowers, and conducting interviews while we're there. If you're curious about last year's DreamCon or any previous con coverage we've done in the past, I highly recommend you please check out our interview playlist. That has all our previous con coverage on it, as well as all the cool sit-downs we've gotten to do. Thank you, DreamCon, once again for having us. Really looking forward to the big weekend. See y'all in Austin.
I'm Tony Weaver Jr., author of Weirdo and player of Magic the Gathering, and you are watching Blurred's Eyeview.
Ooh, I can't wait till I get my hands on this pop start steak and tell me that's not the last pop start cake steak. With all the vitamins and minerals that are included in Pop Starts, they still manage to bring a family together. All right, we are back here. Let's get that switched up there. There we go. We are back. Got some news to talk about. As you know, we are on the verge. We are on the cusp of DreamCon, just coming off the tail end of BlurredCon. You can still check out the BlurredCon live stream on the Blurred Station page. Just go to blurredstation.com and hit live stream, and you'll see all 3 days that we've had some fun, sweat, no tears. Maybe some blood. I don't know. You can also check it out on the Blurred. You can also check it out on the BlurredCon YouTube page. You can check that all out. Show your love, show your support. Sign up for Blurred Station. Tell them Chris Fury or any one of the crew sent you. Man, San Diego Comic-Con, DreamCon, and BlurredCon. Who the hell told them to do this all within 3 weeks?
I have had ramen noodles for the last 2 nights in a row.
I was gonna say Delta Airlines.
They can't do this. They can't keep doing this. They can't keep
You can get hot dogs.
I'm about to say, along with Evo, it's
Evo's involved.
Evo was another one.
Listen, if you not in line for panels at San Diego Comic-Con at this moment, you're not getting in.
Okay, see,
no.
This is what I'm talking about. I can't go. The way my anxiety and FOMO is set up, I can't.
Oh, that's the reason why you were talking about using me as a shield.
Well, why not?
You're
the biggest one out the crew.
That's why she sat there and said, I got dibs on Will as a shield. I was like, so I can run over people?
Yes.
You look like
You're the
Aaron
one that-
Donald's older brother.
Oh my God! Look, yeah, I've heard the same thing, Brittany, where they like Navy, who's actually on his way to San Diego, actually said, yeah, if you're going to a panel, go to that panel.
Yeah.
Don't plan anything else just because of the line alone. So
No, it's
yeah.
wild.
So
Yeah.
and that's big numbers they do out there too. So maybe next year. It depends. Depends on how the news comes back this week after this weekend, because we may not have to worry about too much next year. But in the meantime, right on the eve of one of the most anticipated films of the year, which is Deadpool and Wolverine, Kevin Feige had some words, and they spoke about a special presentation that's currently on Disney Plus in the forms of Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special and Werewolf by Night. And he said we're not done with the special presentations. We're not getting one this year, next year, but we are getting one in the following year.
I don't want to hear that shit.
2026? What they
Talk
doing
to me when you can
for
Wait.
Are we
You don't
be subscribed to this world in 2026. Like, let's be real.
Thank you.
Wait. Now
Ain't nobody asked.
we gotta let the marketing genius of Ryan Reynolds die down first. Because no matter what he would have said, it would have gotten drowned out by Xbox controllers, popcorn buckets, and extra credit scenes.
You understand? You got people stalking for those controllers. They are stalking the Microsoft store, and it's only a matter of time before that site gets knocked down. For those cheeky controllers,
I would like one personally. Spartan, you're my last and only hope. I don't even have an Xbox, but I need them controllers. I'm gonna need you to make something happen, Captain. Okay, the two of y'all. I'm looking at the two of you.
Say as if I know Ryan. Look, we'll reach out to Black Girl Nerds Jamie.
I'll go up to Phil
got a
Spencer
chance
and
to
be
speak
like,
to him.
Let me go to Phil Spencer. Yes, sir. Would you mind? I like to have just two of those cheeky controllers.
He's not going to tell you no. Have you looked at yourself? He's not going to tell you no.
She's got a point.
Sir, make it happen. That's
we
all
know
I'm asking.
if we know about the Spartan stories. We know.
Only when provoked.
One person.
And all I'm asking is for you to ask. That's all I'm saying.
Talking about news dropping this week, I have sudden extreme concerns for Joker before they do it, because why would you drop your trailer this week? Like, you could have just waited like a few more days. Like, it feels like you just tried to sneak
time. They have time. The movie doesn't drop.
That lets you know. That lets you know where the movie stands. As much as I love Lady Gaga, we know where this is basically a musical.
Yeah,
I
feel like we need to see it. I feel like I don't really want to.
I need real quick. What is it about people singing and dancing that is so offensive to your senses?
Who, me?
And no. To those that are like, ew, it's a musical.
I was going to say, we're not just singing The Greatest Showman.
No, you're good. I'm talking about everybody else doing up the pace.
No. Here's the point. If you're going to tell a different story of Joker, okay, fine. If you're going to continue it and make it a musical, it better work to whatever environment you're trying to tell the story in. Now, does that off-put people? Yes, because they don't want to see one of the most known villains of comic book genre, and you've reduced him to a show tune. So yeah, some people are gonna feel some way about that. Some. Now, does that mean it's not gonna make money? Yes, it'll still make money, but like Will said, why show the trailer now?
Spartan, our guest has to depart.
Yeah, I'm about to.
I'm sorry. I have to go to bedtime.
I just texted Chris on side.
Yeah,
I apologize.
So tell
That's
everybody
okay.
where
I'm
they
so
can
sorry,
find
y'all. Thank y'all for having me. I had a ball.
Tell everybody real quick where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me all over the internet at Brittany X, BrittanyActs. You can find me at BrittanyNWilliams.com. Yep, that's my link tree right there, baby. You can find that Self-Same Metal and Saint Seducing Gold wherever you like to buy books, including Target and Walmart.coms. Yeah, and if you keep an eye on my website, I will let folks know when I'm going to be here, there, and everywhere, signing books and talking shit about Shakespeare and the Orisha and Blackness. So, yeah,
Love it. Brittany, it's been definitely amazing. I'm going to get you in touch with some of our people.
Oh, thank you.
Because we got a lot of stuff going on. Thank you for coming through.
Yes, thank y'all. Have a great night.
No, you too.
See you.
So I don't have anything against musicals at all, as you know.
We were just singing the greatest show last episode.
It's just like, I love a good musical, but I'm not saying that this would not be bad music wise. I'm just trying to figure out, am I interested enough to go see it? Yes. Am I buying pre-sale tickets? No. I'm interested into how they're going to tell this story. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I am interested in that aspect of it, and I honestly, I hope it doesn't go any further than this. Need to, in my opinion.
But if it does well, expect a third.
But even if it does well, I don't think they're going to do another musical though. So I think if it does well, we'll be okay. They might actually go into something rough and tough, kind of like the first one, but with Lady Gaga.
I just need them to promote the fact that it's a musical. Like, stop that like guerrilla surprise. Like, you already in the theater, we got your money. There's nothing you can do about it. Because like that's gonna tank. I feel like if you just tell people something's a musical up front, you're going to get more of the people that actually want to show up for a musical. That'll work out better than the people that weren't expecting it and then hate musicals being stuck in the theater. I feel like that's just karma, man. Karma.
But still, you're doing it at a time where Deadpool, for the next 2 weeks or possibly 3 weeks, it's going to be all Deadpool. So again, your movie doesn't come out till when? August the 16th?
No, this was in October.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
That's even worse to do it now. October is a dull period because I don't think there's any other movies that are occurring around that same time frame, is it?
I remember.
Yeah, they could have just had their trailer drop at San Diego and then just held on to it for 2 weeks and then dropped it. And yeah,
and you're right, Trey. Trey said the same thing happened to Color Purple, but see, the problem with that was a lot of people didn't pay attention to the trailer. I'm like, it's clearly like one, Fantasia Barrino was in it. Fantasia was the lead for the play. This is a musical, and just from the trailer alone, I'm like, you see people singing and dancing.
They giveaway,
so to that point, yeah, people just weren't paying attention.
Right.
I didn't need to see a Color Purple promo as I was going to see The Little Mermaid. That threw me off just completely. I took my sister and her my two little cousins to see a Black Princess because my aunt tried to make them watch Roots and then just leave them on that for the summer. And here comes this promo where we're all one generation from slavery. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Hey, yo, Christy, how you just dropped that on folks in the middle of the damn conversation? All right.
Look, that was a flex if I've ever seen it.
I'm going to go ahead and once again, my invite.
Okay, Chris.
My invite got lost in the mail.
Really?
She got to go, so that's good.
I mean, go find
this is what we doing now, Christy. This is what we doing.
Oh, that was kind of petty to sit there and just kind of throw that out there, though.
Yeah, I know, right?
Do you get a plus one? Because between Navy and Demetrius, I'm sure one would love to go with you.
Oh my God! I found $1 million in my pocket.
Whoopsie.
Oh, see, now that's me messed up.
This is crazy.
Page
How did you
Montel and Hellspawn.
I'm sorry, you guys aren't as lucky.
But yeah, I think some petty Warner Bros. Employee saw everyone having fun and was just like, "I'll show them. Drop it now."
Yeah, I would have to say, and me and Spartan has said this in our chat, in our group chat, that the marketing for Deadpool is next level genius. I haven't seen marketing like this since what, Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
That's a long time. Because
I mean,
it was just running through the entire Disney Rogues Gallery, ruining everyone's life.
Yeah. I have, and the fact that, and I'm not mad. I'm not even mad at it. It's actually quite endearing to, you're watching you're watching Aviation Gin, and it's the Deadpool edition. You're watching.
I mean, I kind of want to get that because of the red.
I don't even like gin, but now I want it. So
it looked good at the red carpet event,
right?
This is what I mean by marketing genius. One, Ryan Reynolds owns Aviation Gin. He also owns a production company. Two, he gets a project that he believes in and pushes it. So he funds it, he films it, and he promotes it. He's just got money just rolling. It's a hell of a business move.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to shoot the commercial with the production company that I own to push the brand of the gin company that I own, and everybody gets paid.
Everybody look at the Borderlands.
Look at the media. So go ahead, Spark.
The Borderlands is like, we're just gonna wait till we'll just stay silent all of July and just squeeze right in there before the movie comes out.
Yeah,
that's and that's the thing. I want to see that. That's such a bad move.
But the thing about it is, you see Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman everywhere now. Every daytime show, even hot ones. I said it's like the media blitz and how they did that. Again, marketing in its purest form. And at the same time, all you did was show your face.
And his wife shows up to troll him at the red carpet fair.
That was funny.
Yeah, those pictures are interesting.
I think it gives me a certain level of hope, at least maybe, that it feels like maybe Marvel is not taking this for granted. Like, they understand what's on the line as far as this film and the continuation of the cinematic universe. And they're like, nah, we're actually going to put real money. We're going to make this as visible as humanly possible. We're not just taking it for granted that this is going to make $1 billion. We're going to do what we need to do on the front end to make sure that it gets what we need out of it.
Pretty much.
I mean, people that was worried, and I said it. I literally said it when it was announced that they bought Fox Studios. People were worried about the mutants. They were worried about Deadpool being R-rated. I said they literally said it in an interview. Feige said it in an interview. Oh yeah, we're not doing anything. We're just giving him more money.
Yep. Because they saw what happened when Fox. They saw what happened when Fox had it.
And Fox wasn't going to do it at all, until he leaked the daggone test footage from the first film, and nobody knew who did it.
We're just saying, Warner Brothers.
We need that level of leakage for Batgirl.
Warner Brothers. Hey, Warner Brothers Discovery is splitting up. I'm just saying, somebody ain't watching The Vault in a couple of weeks.
Can we talk about that?
Just saying,
Batgirl,
Coyote versus
Acme, A-Train. It's all in the vault.
Yeah.
A-Train. That was the funniest part. Warner Brothers catching a stray like 30 seconds into the episode.
Oh yeah, it was right away.
We thought it'd be better as a tax write-off.
Can we talk about the fact that Spartan just said it too? Like, Warner Brothers and Discovery decided to part ways, and I'm like, so what was it all for? I'm confused.
In the words of one of my favorite Ferengis of Quark, it was pretty much acquisitions and divisions, but I still left richer. And that's
Yeah,
exactly what Hamada doing.
This is a good time to start getting those leaks out in betwixt the splitting.
What is that, ma'am?
No, I was going to say I want Zaslav's job. I want to experience what that's like. Someone's just throwing a ridiculous amount of money at me, and I can be as absolute dog shit at the job, and it's fine because nothing that I do or say or is going to matter in like 3 years, and then I can just disappear richer than I am today. That sounds like a dream.
That's villainy. It's like that is that, you know, when you get hired to do a job for 4 years and you get to leave with a $70 million golden parachute. 70 million for doing nothing.
And I was going to say, and you've accomplished nothing.
Right.
Nothing. What did you do? Sounds like some people at my job. Oh, we're going to come in, we're going to change things, and you change it, all right. We don't know what the fuck is up from down or anything. And then they leave 2 years later.
And when he's done, he just gets to run out the door like Skeletor until we meet again.
God, I'm having flashbacks of the things I've seen on their laptops, and I had to do the HR cleaning. Good God.
By the way, Borderlands is out August 9th. Kevin Hart's going to be living out of a suitcase for at least 8 days. They're going to send him to every and any platform. Second it hits August 1st, it's like, Mr. Hart, time to go.
Pretty much.
Who else is in this movie? But
so
is The Rock going to be carrying the suitcase?
Right now, The Rock
in this movie
he needs to carry something else.
You know what?
He can't carry a film right now.
He needs all the good PR he can get right now.
Oh, where'd you get that suitcase from? This is from the Hart collection, and it comes from my very own Kevin Hart.
Do like an Instagram skit. Let like Ryan Reynolds just come in full cosplay and just kick the robot. Something like y'all fight back.
At any rate, I've heard nothing but absolute good coming from this film. I expected nothing less.
Frankie wanted to cry, and the pick me Negro couldn't shut up.
Hey, good on Dimitri getting a DJ. That was you know, black people.
Screw it.
But no, good on. I saw Dimitri got to do a set out there, so that was dope for him.
Mm-hmm.
Also, y'all got dog pool clutches now. I need one.
Right.
Y'all got controllers, gin, watches.
Mm-hmm. Necklaces, bracelets, popcorn buckets, bookends. You know what? So many different popcorn buckets or people that was 3D printing them. So many have come out that I don't know which is the real one other than the Wolverine one.
Meanwhile, I'm planning to get to Austin early just to go steal a poster if I'm lucky.
I did see at I think it was one of the Regals. They have the Wolverine popcorn bucket. They have the taxi cab with Deadpool sitting on the top. They have the drink that's a Deadpool drink, or they have the cup, and then they have a cup that's in the shape of Deadpool, like a pop. And I think they have a Wolverine one that's like that too.
So $80 later,
right?
Then you buy a movie ticket.
Then you buy the movie ticket.
And you buy the movie ticket.
But I might go for the popcorn here.
Oh no, I'm gonna be.
I'm getting popcorn.
Most of my money's
there you go.
I might. It's the movie cup and bucket.
I told my wife. I said I need my popcorn bucket. I need the popcorn bucket. I needs to be there. None of this. Wait, no. You wait. You get left. I'm needing.
So I work from home on Thursday. I might actually be at the movie theater at 10 o'clock when it opens.
See, I
might have to do that
because I always put this in her face. I said, I didn't get my Wakanda Forever bucket, and she was like, "You just gonna keep putting that there?" Yes, I am. I'm being petty with this. I need this. You owe me. I am owed retribution, and I will take it any kind of way. I'll take it. I'm leaving here with something. So, speaking of Warner Brothers and Discovery and the canceling of A-Train, Whew, the boys. That boys season finale. One thing I can appreciate. One thing I can appreciate. They have steered so far from the source material, and I seen a conversation earlier today talking about the source material to the show. And this is one of them situations where I think the show is better. Because if y'all really knew the story, Spartan knows the story of the real Soldier Boy or Soldier Boys.
Shoot, sorry.
There's more than one. There's more than one. There's more than one. Even the real story of Ladio, which is Tech Knight's quote unquote Robin. They didn't even touch the tip of the iceberg.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
You mean
they weren't even close.
Right.
But I can honestly say this is one of those situations where the show is actually better than the source material.
Because the reason why is because the original story, it gets dark before it gets there. Like there were some things that Homelander did that I am fairly certain they could have not done in any way or form on Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that was like no.
Even the initial stuff with Starlight was worse.
Yeah.
Bruh.
That part. And I know at least about that.
The implications alone that they did in the book, you're just like, yo, what if they didn't show it? They implied heavily. You know, so what they did for this TV show, honestly, it's pretty damn good. You know, I don't want to say some of the best writing, but I like where they're taking the story.
Yeah, because of where like I said, because I was trying to tell people, it's like, because of course people come. We
can spoil it, by the way. It's been over a week, so we're fine.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's like, okay, in the comics, which I was kind of getting excited about, I was like, okay, it is going to be exactly how the boys ended, in such a way, except that, you know, Butcher doesn't really have powers because the person who is going to be the one to end it has really been there the entire time. And they haven't said, and the person that you think it is has only been on the scene once, and that was back in season 1.
Yeah,
that was the first and last time you'll see the person that actually takes out Homelander. And I love the fact that they kept that hidden.
Yeah,
But do you think they're actually going to do that in the TV series?
Nah,
they have to because they
with the actual ending, the actual.
Yeah.
The actual ending that we all know and love.
Yeah.
I think they can do that ending. They can do because that's the biggest twist.
I'm curious how that plays out.
I mean, the fact that they've made Soldier Boy is Jensen Ackles. Fuck it, it's Jensen Ackles. I don't think you could have played him the other way. I don't think that would have played out well. Victoria Newman in the comics is actually a man. Is Victor Newman. The same with Stidwell. Yeah. It's a couple. There's a couple of changes as far as casting and background. Brian was never a factor.
Right.
Sister Sage isn't doing anything.
No.
I didn't think she was a real character, right?
No, she's written into the show.
Yeah, I thought.
No, I thought they beefed her up because she is one of the people in what is it, Teenage Kicks? They just changed her name.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because Teenage Kicks.
That was fucking wild. That shit they couldn't they couldn't touch that with a 10-foot. None of that in there.
when they announced Gen V, and I'm like, oh God, please tell me they're not doing that. And it's close. But it's not. It's I don't want to say it's on the line of what Teenage Kicks was, but it was given Animal House. Teenage Kick was given Animal House X-rated, triple X-rated.
Yeah,
you ain't lying.
That's what it. Yeah, it was. That's what we were doing. So, I like where it's going. God dog that ending. That ending.
Which part? Because the last 5 minutes.
It
okay.
Kimiko and Frenchie was probably
that was hard.
The hardest to hear her speak for the first time.
You know what?
And can't do anything.
Right.
I wish that they actually didn't have her on like either the interview circuit or whatever, because like she was on a couple of YouTube videos. We could hear her talking, and I just felt that took away. Because I'm like, her speaking to me, like you said, was supposed to be epic, and I'm probably sure it was epic to everybody, but because I heard her talk, and I had not known her in anything else. I know that
she's Katana in Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't think she talked then either. And I didn't even know that until maybe about 2 weeks ago. What did you say?
She had two lines.
Oh,
she had 2 lines in Suicide Squad.
And they played her that movie. We really don't recognize too much because it played a lot of characters down there. They played a lot of characters.
But the whole thing of her talking though, that was kind of a big deal because in the comics she doesn't talk. She's only known as the female, which is kind of messed up because technically they're not even supposed to be alive at this point.
Yeah,
every
female and Frenchie, like they're going into the final season. A lot of them don't make it to they don't make it through the final arc.
Right.
Pretty much nobody's supposed to be here but Butcher and Huey right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Or MM.
Starlight, I think.
No,
Laz Alonso, I need to talk to your people. I need to talk. I need you to talk to your people and say, look here, this season, I don't want to get nothing splurted on or getting slapped with nothing below the belt.
He almost won the whole season.
In the next season, MM better get his revenge on Love Sausage. That's all I'm gonna say. He better get his revenge.
I was just like, I'm like, dude.
You ain't gonna just do it. You ain't gonna pull a Diddy on the bathroom on me. That just ain't happening.
Y'all could have just came in. Y'all could have just arrested me. There was no need for that whatsoever.
That was just disrespectful.
Yeah. Like Laz Alonso is definitely like one of the writers' girl is like real into him or something. So he takes every opportunity to just take him down a peg. And it's
but I will shout you out. I will shout you out for showing love to hip hop every t-shirt. I want that shirt. I want that shirt. Definitely want that shirt. And I'm like, yo, he got a Dead Press shirt on. I want that shirt too. And so the boys. It definitely didn't leave a sour taste in your mouth. This whole thing, the way it leaves everything up, you're just like, damn, they're scattered. Who and how?
I'm gonna get Starlight.
Starlight, yes.
Starlight,
I know she's gonna do something, and I'm thinking it's gonna have to involve. It's got to involve the kids from Gen V because there's no way. There is no way. There's no they don't have anybody left to turn to.
Not like a heel turn not heel turn, but anti-heel turn.
Face turn.
You know,
something.
I'm about to say besides
and the girl with the brush stroke, I can't think of her name, but yeah.
Oh, what about Ashley that took the grid? How about Ashley took the V?
Right,
because they didn't say exactly what she could go.
I'm curious to see. Oh wait, no, they still got A-Train, but A-Train probably is just like, I need to lay low for a minute.
A-Train's come back.
They left us with hella loose ends that they just did not address at all, and I can see that it was done on purpose because we never saw Ashley again. A-Train and his whole family bounced.
Right.
I think MM's family is somewhere in Belize, probably.
Yeah, he got them out of there. I was like, this man's wife is like, come with us, like, and you could damn, he was torn. He was like, I finally get my family back.
And you gotta go.
But I can't be with them right now. I gotta handle this because if I don't, ain't none of us safe.
But Butcher / Venom. That's what I call it. The Butcher and Venom. That pair.
I really wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't.
Neither was I. I thought she was at least gonna be in season 5.
Right.
And then maybe die in season 5. I didn't think
I'm like,
people are Some people are thinking she's putting herself back together somewhere, or that she's coming back.
Someone said that too on Twitter. I mean, on YouTube. Yep.
Because I'm trying to figure out, how did she take a laser to the face and that just nothing? Between her and Marie, how broken are the bloodbenders in this show?
Yeah, Marie's pretty powerful.
Yeah,
Right.
she took one straight to the chest with
and then woke up just fine.
Yeah. So makes you
Well,
wonder.
I don't know.
I mean, the theory is there was a theory running around that they said how come she couldn't do Homelander like she did everything else, and they saying that the DNA that's in V is not like merged only with Homelander. It's like really integrated. It's in his DNA, opposed to the V that people take.
Yeah,
right.
It's like it's not really merged with it. It's just kind of like, I don't know, coding or something.
I just say she hesitated because he's like, okay, if I kill him on national television, then
I thought that. Honestly, I thought that for the whole time.
Cry, reflex, something,
and it sucks.
Who opened up that? I think Giancarlo Zaddy opens up that whatever hole it is that they end up being in. I have a feeling he is.
Oh, that's his little project.
Get the kids from Gen V.
Yeah,
he's the only. Honestly, he's probably the only one.
Well, he did. No, go ahead, Lana. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, and Victoria's daughter.
She's in the home.
The fact that you brought up makes me think that she might not be, and especially because Chris was like, "Who else is there?" That's an ambiguous soup. You know what I'm saying? Number one, number two, because Zaddy's out there, he's not gonna let her stay there.
But you also forget, though, he did sit there and tell Head Popper there is one last thing that Homelander does not know about, and if he did, he would have killed him a long time ago. He sat there and said, he's like, when she asked him where he was going, he says, "Oh, I got friends. I got friends I need to call on." So that lets me know that he's gonna have something in play as well.
And there's one person that he can never beat. Which, who the fuck is that?
That's the major question.
I hate you, bro.
About himself
I hate you, bro.
No, because the fact that he was the fact that he was the first one to face down Homelander with no problem, and no fear, he was just like pretty much like, you can't do anything because you're impotent and whatever and blah 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 blah. Let me do my job. And then when he gets busted, he was like, "I'll do this little bit of time." It's classic Lex Luthor. He was, I'll do this time. You think I'm actually doing time? Come on.
The whole time it's like,
I got a chess piece already waiting.
Him being MIA, I was not shocked, but I thought he was gonna pop up at the orphanage just to come get Newman's kid, since that's the exact place he adopted her from. Like, taking her and Stillwell's kid, who's apparently in there too.
And that's why I'm thinking fifth period.
We've seen, thanks to Huey's dad, we've seen how bad a teleporter can be.
Oh my God, that
was messed up. But also let you think that Huey took something.
Am I the only person who thought his mom was imaginary the whole time?
Yes.
I did. For a brief moment, not at the beginning, but for a brief moment in that time when he was actually not cussing her out, I thought so. And then I thought it might have been a shapeshifter. So that was like,
I thought he took the beat.
Yeah, between him and Butcher, they both never interact with anybody. And whenever they have a nurse in the room, they only talk to Huey. So now finding out that she was real the whole time, and still your dad was like rapidly trying to call you before this coma came in, that still feels like heavily sus. And I hope we don't just breeze past that.
Huey's gone through so much.
He has, but still, the fact that your dad was clearly trying to reach you before this magical slip and fall, and mom pops up selling like
bot products. She was a Mary Kay of bot products.
Yeah, like none of this. For all we know, that was an actor. For all we know, like you haven't seen her in 20 years. Like something about that feels like, I hope that's not it.
Yeah, because it was like, let's bring this around and then let's leave it alone.
Yeah, that would be so fucked up, because you're talking about how Huey's dad died, and then he almost got raped, and then he did kind of get raped.
Mm-hmm.
Then oh god,
Then you find out
they have to pay that off in 5th season because there's just no way, like Chris said, he's been through so much. There's just no way that he came out okay with
It happened right when his dad died. It was the worst time for him to have to sit on a cake bare-assed. And the stuff that man had to endure, he had to be numb. He had to be numb.
But at the end of the day, though, you find out you were banging the shapeshifter, and your girlfriend still forgave you as long as you get tested.
Well, you see,
and he proposed to her too. Nah.
Okay. Wait. Y'all really about to swear me? She was exactly in every form. It took a break.
I have told you
you're a guy. Like, come on, man.
That I'm never putting a fucking costume on again, and then suddenly, with absolutely no reason or nothing to trigger me, I want to put it on and play dress up with you. We need to have a conversation because you really don't think I mean what I say when I say it.
You have a very suspicious mind, and that's true. But also, he's a guy.
She did.
I feel like that's what
mind.
she was feeding into.
That's all she had to do was touch you to read your mind. So it wasn't like he didn't want that.
Right.
Because he did.
Also, I just had to like slit someone's throat. Dad died, and after Tech Nights, I'm just not questioning anything anymore. Also, my friend is running for president and could also like nuke us at any moment with like blood bending. I get it. And I also feel like every time he tried to suss her out, that's when she would jump his bones just to kind of throw him off the trail. Mayhem, tag in.
I was about to say Mayhem's been wanting.
No, I got it. Because what he was doing, he was suspicious, but he had to Yamin in the Yamin because he's gathering evidence. He's gathering
20 times
information.
20 times.
Okay.
Listen, you don't want to be out here. You don't want to be out here jumping to conclusions, being wow. Like you have to make sure.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine accusing.
Pull up, Red Leader. Pull up, Red Leader.
Of not being who he say he is.
Sir?
How much evidence would you need before you really want to come and put bass in your voice behind that?
Sir?
Like you want to be.
You know, a married man. I need you to think about that. Thank you, Chris. Okay, I know you. The married man understands that the younger married man would get his ass whooped and fucked up. Stop playing.
Watch me shut this shit down. Hey yo. So what happens when Logan comes to you and tells you some shit like this?
Hello.
Tells me what?
That your arch nemesis has come to take her hand in marriage.
Hey yo, I want to since this person has been brought up, he who shall not be
He is in solitary confinement at the moment.
I was walking the dog earlier, and his dog is in the doorway and starts wilding out because our dog is passing. Why is my dog petty? She just gonna stop and stare at the dog behind the door. The dog. My dog.
Yeah.
Just looking at you like
by watching you.
Like look at you. Look at you behind the door. Meanwhile, look at me touching grass. I'm like, I appreciate that my dog is also petty. I love it.
Oh my God.
I will say, as fast as she was able to come to her lie, I get it. She went through her initial anger, like, yo, what the hell? But she's also been dealing with her own demons, which is just like, I still feel like this was very Jessica Jones season 3, where our worst enemy was bad decisions more than like actual people. Because I get it, you know, we've seen Vaughn pay off murders.
Right. Jessica was all types of messed up. Like,
but I mean, like everyone.
She owned it. She owned it. She was just like, I messed up, and.
But so was her adopted mom and her sister, and literally their own choices were the bad guy of season 3. But minus the dude who was out here like slitting people's throats. He took like a back seat to being his own big bad. But like even with Annie, it's like all the stuff you've seen at Vaught and the people murdered, like a leaked your hip. Just sue somebody. Leaked HIPAA violations is what we snap across the street. Like all because you were just you were mean. Like this isn't the boys. This is the fucking bench warmers now. You were mean as a kid. Woohoo! Like get over it. And then as quick as she got over what happened to Huey and being duped, I feel like Frenchie and Kimiko could have done that just as quick versus dragging it out for 8 episodes and whatever Colin was supposed to do. I'm honestly surprised Colin lived this season. I was expecting him to get like just brutalized at some point.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Because like they're trying to paint that like, okay, he's done a lot of bad stuff and it's finally boiling over. But it didn't feel like a collective thing. It felt like it was just for Colin. He felt like he was this golden rule. Like even when they showed all the dead people, I'm like, are these all your victims or is this just his family? Because even when he broke out and he's like, I would rather not be free. I'm like, y'all have had diplomatic immunity all season. I'm not shocked Frenchie just walks out. I knew Frenchie was staying in jail the second Stan got out with a piece of paper.
It made me think because Victoria Newman was in the Red River home, correct?
Yeah.
So now her daughter's in the Red River home.
Yep.
Right.
I think I'm gonna have to go with the other theory of Stan knows that. And
probably
why wouldn't he have pieces in place?
Yeah, because Blood Girls is Trump.
I don't need her close to me now. But I know people who will watch over her. She's gonna be fine for right now. Until
they gonna get her out,
until I get this handled.
Yeah, they're gonna get her out. She's gonna be a part of that resistance. I'm telling you.
So I guess Samir hopped enough to make it home to Vicky and let him know what happened.
I hate you.
Samir is somewhere. I don't know. How do you lose a one-legged man?
I get we had to cut off Kimiko's leg or whatnot, but like, how did you let a dude with one leg and one single crutch get away?
That's saying a lot. That's all.
That's the thing.
That's all I'm saying. How?
Just like Tashi said, where's her grandfather? Stan is laying low.
Grandfather and her father.
Yeah. He's late. I mean,
you gotta stay low.
Anybody who is methodical in what they do, let's face it. Vaught was ran much smoother when he was behind the wheel.
Very much.
Right.
They had some hiccups, but he knew how to keep that stuff on the man. Ever since they got rid of him, Vaught, it's been downhill ever since. I'm just saying.
I mean, you're not wrong. Look at everyone got pink slipped at the end of the episode.
Man,
like imagine that was the one. Like imagine that was the day you just said, "Man, I'm calling in sick," and then you just see no one's answering the Teams call, no one's in the WhatsApp or the Telegram group chat.
Yeah,
Microsoft Teams is just silent. Nobody's answering.
There's a whole kill list.
Right.
Imagine your day off and you was coming into work just to come to work.
Imagine you were stabbed because they thought you were the other Ashley.
You should have been smoking.
Right.
It's almost like having an egomaniacal actor running your company is a bad idea.
Oh,
just saying.
Oh,
I love that double entendre.
Oh, well, we're gonna wrap this one up.
Also, octopus can't breathe out of water for some reason. Apparently, like
for long periods of time.
Why was that so dragged out? They were reading bedtime stories like an episode ago.
But he put her back in.
She got.
But I'm saying the time that she was out probably hit for him to finish whatever book he was reading was longer than that glass was broken, which I felt like it was supposed to be sad, but I ended up laughing because she kept gasping for air.
I thought that there was water. I thought that he was like in like a waterbed kind of thing. Because I think you're right.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
I thought that there was like water on the bed or whatever.
I feel like they were being dramatic just for dramatic's sake. Because they were like, okay, cut the scene.
Oh yeah, the way she was doing it was absolutely dramatic.
Oh, she was struggling. She was struggling with that last moment. Just you can open the door. Nope.
But yeah, everyone's saying a comic book butcher is officially here. If anybody's watching Boys Diabolical, there is an episode that he considers canon, the showrunner, where a guy does try to give his dying wife V and the cancer tumor takes it over, basically.
That is the most. That episode of Diabolical was it's great storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving me old school anime movies, you know, in its animation style and everything. And I'm like, oh, this is sad. Crap. You know?
Yeah. Dramatic, but they're basically saying that's what happened to Butcher. The tumor has basically become sentient and is Because he looked super healthy when he came back to just ruin their meeting versus when he was like, I'm not killing Ryan.
Cool. Either way, you're welcome.
Go to sleep.
That was kind of messed up. He's like, oh, yeah, I can heal you. I can heal you back 100%. You just got to do what I need you to do. Otherwise, we can just go ahead and kill you now.
I know him and Homegirl had a love-hate relationship, but like she kind of played herself down in that bunker. Like, why would you try to like? We were playing Connect 4 just fine, and you want to come and pop all these like emotional nukes on the child out of nowhere, and then say, by the way, you need to stay here forever.
Yeah. See, Master
yeah, that's what she messed up. Kind of the wrong
timing.
Her emotions got the better of her. That's what happened.
And didn't we undo the whole Homelander is a violator, or because like didn't his wife intentionally try to make Ryan for this exact scenario? Is kind of where we aimed it.
Wait, what?
I don't remember that.
Because remember there was remember he confronts Homelander, and after a while he was like, dude, this again? He's like, I didn't do that. She walked in on me. Also, was happy 3 times before she left. And they made it sound like she basically knew this dude was a damn devil and intentionally made Ryan because, like, yeah, somebody needs to go ahead and get rid of this dude, which is why she co-signed.
It started off
Butcher's wife.
It started off her
The
being
show.
it started off with her being enamored with him,
right?
And then he took it that next level.
Yes.
And that's when she was like, "Oh no, hold up," and he was just like, "Nope, too late." So yeah,
Okay.
that's how that went down.
Yeah, because they closed the door and they never really gave us the full. We just heard 2 different sides of the story, and I feel like his wife never really said what happened. And by the time she could talk, Laser just met.
I think she did.
Because at first she didn't. At first she
And
was.
then- Yeah,
not
go
good,
ahead.
Larry.
No, but I said I think she did, and then at some point, I think it's season 3, you see when she comes out and she's looking disheveled.
The stuff, right? And I remember that. And I'm just, you know what it was? We had like 3 different accounts, and they all just gave like bits and pieces of information. So that was my confusion on that. Also, this whole political blot we've had going in the back, which is a big key point, but has it been like they've already been elected? Or have we just been like questioning it the whole time?
This is, I think, it's re-election season for them.
Yeah.
So, was Singer already elected this whole season? Or
He was starting. I think he
was running for president with Newman as his VP.
Yeah.
Okay,
So wait,
that was the thing. It almost seemed like they never had anyone running against them. That's what confused me.
But now,
Well,
but not only that, if no,
that was-
but, go ahead. You go ahead.
No, see, that was back in season 4. So the person that was running against him knew Head Popper got him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah.
I thought that was the dude Deep Drown.
Okay.
No.
No, that was
that was supposed to be the vice president pick. That I remember.
Right.
So, but that's the reason why I thought it wasn't a re-election, that it wasn't actual, like this was his first time, because he was picking a vice president. Not because if it's a re-election, then I would assume you would go with the person you already had.
Right, because he was a senator. He was a senator last season running for president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why. That's why this was
election. Yeah, it's
So
not a
did he
re-election.
know Newman was a soup when he picked her for a VP?
No, he didn't know.
No.
He didn't find out. He didn't find out till I want to say season 4 finale. He found out because he was told.
You mean season
If
3?
memory serves me
Okay,
right.
because that's what confused me. I'm like, why is he trying to annihilate his own VP? Who's even his opponent at this point? I get it's like playing into this what happens at the end with everyone basically getting like militarized and basically the damn Sokovia Accords going through.
Right.
That part kind of threw me for a loop.
But that's all. Yeah, that's what it is, though. That's what sets up the story because season 4 he finds out that she's a head popper, so that was the whole plan of getting rid of her. Like, get rid of her before she basically takes me out. Really?
That's basically me with Butcher's
stop in
wife's
the building.
story.
So
That's basically me with Butcher's wife.
well, we're wrapping up. You won't see us until next Tuesday.
Yep.
But we do have news coming out from Blurred Station this week. Stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff going on. But until then, here we go.
Wrap-up protocol initiated, Captain.
That was a freak. We'll let Laney go first since Kira's handling lady business. Go ahead, Laney. Let people know where you at, how you doing your thing, and all that great jazz stuff.
Hi, y'all. I'm Lainey. You can find me and my husband at Geek by Heart at YouTube and IG and TikTok. We are in the middle of chopping up our BlurCon interviews and things of that nature, so that you could see them as shorts on TikTok, IG, and shorts on YouTube. But the long format is on YouTube and it's up, and it is awesome because you can see a lot of different Black-owned businesses doing their thing, and go and support them. So that's on YouTube. And yeah, that's it.
And by the way, Jay did an amazing job getting a lot of those Black indie creatives from BlurCon, highlighting every last one of them. They did an amazing job, so go check them out. That was something really dope.
They are amazing. We got a lot of people. They are amazing.
Far.
So you can find me under here at all platforms. Currently editing the footage Jay sent with Ahmed Best, which will be out this Friday. So that'll be out this Friday. It'll be a premiere. So join the fun live chat with us. I also make skits every now and then whenever I find time these days. We have Jay Lee's interview is out right now. Ahmed Best is coming out this week. We have Atan Wakani coming up. We have Phil Lamar, who we sat with again. That's not even covering all the people we sat with for the Blurred Station live stream. So some of them we're going to go see again. So we'll be at Comic-Con. We'll be at DreamCon. If you're going to any of these, or this is going to be your first con, my YouTube channel is under this name. I have a bit called So You Want to Go to an Anime Convention. It's a friendly little guide based on life experience. Check it out. It'll be fun. Deadpool Wolverine this week. So me and some of the crew are going to go see that. And it's going to be a time. Video 1000 will hopefully be out next week or by the next show. But next 7 days are going to be nutty.
Busy time. Man.
I will be watching the Cinematic Assassin. You can follow me on all platforms at Mayhem Media. It's MAYEHEM Media. I am the web developer and editor-in-chief of blurredseyeview.org, where all the lovely people that you see here provide amazing content for that website, where we cover movies and comics, TV shows, and wrestling. I am the yet to take over, but breaking news, newly appointed lead content / blog writer for Midnight Comics. So that's
congratulations.
Cool. Woohoo! Happy dance. I make content too sometimes when I think about it, but don't hold your breath. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I love mental health. It's real important. Mental health really matters. So please, in life, remember to always take 3 things. Number 1, your meds. Number 2, your PTO. Number 3, take a deep breath before you let that shit go.
Oops, shit.
I was waiting on you. Go ahead, Sport.
Obi once.
My man is
it's amazing. He just sit there and notices it. It's just like, okay. All right, so Black_Spartan615. You can find me, guys, on the interwebs, covering everything, including wrestling. Why? Because wrestling is real and people are fake. Shout out to Mr. Candy for that. Show's still going on, guys. How the frack we got here every Wednesday at 8:30-ish, because we've had some interesting events that have happened in the last 48 hours, and we all need to get involved. I'll get more into that come Wednesday, but yes, we all need to get involved. And of course, Give It Podcast is Friday, as we cover news from EVO 2024, as well as news that may or may not come from San Diego Comic-Con. We will cover it as it comes out. Podcast can be found wherever podcasts can be seen or heard. And just like Mayhem said, definitely check out blurredseyeview.org, as we do all writing columns. Of course, I cover wrestling there. Reverend Navy's not here with us, but again, he is safely traveling. Hopefully has landed in Los Angeles. But a like, a share, and a follow costs nothing. And I mean literally nothing, but it means the most to us. At the same time, guys, we discussed it. It's cons. 3 simple rules. Number 1, respect the cosplayer at all times. Cosplay is for everybody, regardless of your height, weight, preference, what have you. 1 rule, don't do blackface. Don't want your ass kicked at a con? Don't do blackface. Number 2, hygiene is important, as some people are about to find out at San Diego Comic-Con. Simply put, wash your ass, put on deodorant, a little bit of cologne. Clean clothes goes a long way. And rule number 3 is the same rule that I have for myself as well as everyone else. In a world that is kind, in a world that is cruel, that is cold, be nice, be kind, share fandoms, don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
Mm-hmm.
As Obi's traveling.
Now the Lady Mandalore has returned.
Well, hello. Good evening. Thank you all for being here this evening. It has been spectacular. Please go out and support Miss Brittany and Williams. Her books are actually, I was shocked at how good they are. But you can find me here on the internets, all socials. I am currently panic packing for DreamCon, and yay! I can be found on the YouTubes on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time under Room Full of Blurs. I am taking a brief break because cons. So beginning in August, I might be pushing it to September. I will be recording live again, and I hope to see you guys there. Maybe hear me do some voice acting things every once in a while. We will be reading comics again and doing the voice acting again. That was a lot of fun. I'm going to continue doing it, along with having special guests to promote their unpushed products, which is very... I don't like that phrase, but yeah, we're going to help these Black authors and creators and such get more recognition. Thank y'all for subscribing, by the way. I'm at 160 something right now, which is...
Y'all can do better.
Let's go.
Do better.
No, I'm proud. I'm proud right now.
If you don't deal with her, you're going to have to deal with me.
All of us.
Well, now it's just fear mongering, and I'm not. I don't need... I'm not orange. I'm a very toasty brown.
Is Kira hesitating on fear mongering?
No, I know that's in fashion right now, but I'm very much strong voice and loving tenderness and all that other type of shit.
I like your shirt, by the way.
Huh?
I like your shirt, by the way.
I do too. I love it. It's my favorite. I've been wearing it a lot lately. I gotta give it a break.
Oh my God. Hello, everybody. Last day of the week, but the news ain't done. Stay tuned. We got some news from Blurred Station coming out this week. New stuff dropping from the Blurred's Eyeview page, YouTube page. Stay tuned for that. You can listen to my voice also on Talk Story to Me. So see if you can pick that out. I'm on several chapters on doing several voices of several people. That's fun. And I mean that. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just tired. At any rate, thank you to our guests, Brittany and Williams. Thank you to the crew. Go show support. Brittany and Williams. Go to Brittany Axe at Brittany Axe on IG. Go to her link tree. Go check her out on Spotify. I know I will. And then I'm going to go to Barnes and Nobles and get some books. Because I'm dedicated like that. I support like that. I just need another bookcase. Spartan, you might have to add another Gryffindor on that.
Y'all are gonna maybe go to I've already got to make return trips to Home Depot, but I'll add that to the list.
We're trying to figure this out. But you can check us out wherever you listen to your podcast, including Always Press Record. You can watch us live anywhere as long as you hit that bell and that notification bell and hit that like, subscribe on the YouTube channel. There we go. You can also listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast. If you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star review. Tell us what you like to hear. Tell us what you want us to talk about. We are probably close to ending the season. Stuff keeps getting added. This is the job now. Whatever. So stay tuned. We're taking the rest of the week off here wise, but we're out in the world, so stay tuned for that. But thank you to the crew once again. Thanks to the guests, Brittany and Williams. Thank you to the people who've watched us and entertained us. Shout out to Tashi, Bama, Christy. Don't rub it in. D. Oh, no, Diddy. Out there bragging about being at SDCC right now. But be safe out there, people. Remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. I am Chris Fury, the man on the wall, with this dope crew, and you're dope too. And we will see you next week.
Bye.